Hello, everyone. This is DJ April Showers and Lady of Leisure, and our other co-host DJ Spider Man is working. Can't wait till he can join us again. Um, and if you would like to be on the panel, you're more than welcome to come to the panel. Um, I am going to post it in the chat. And first thing I want to do is I want to show our little bat, our video. So hold on.
Made by
Wanna get you right now. It's take me like bomb. Heart gon' speed so go splash on my plate. Wanna get you down.
Okay, so first I want to start off and tell everyone that I am looking forward to those that will be at the Walk for KELLZ. We are stepping in the name of love for him. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. The walk is about Robert Sylvester Kelly and no one else, and nothing else matters. Yeah. Hi, I am
Hey,
Queen
I am
Newton.
Queen.
Yeah.
We both said that at the same
And
time.
so, yeah. So I just want to say for those of us that, as myself, that, you know, I do not know the monster that they are talking about, but then again, and I was not there, so I will wait till the trial. So to that point, um, I'm supporting him no matter what because he is a friend. I respect everybody's views and opinions about him. If you don't like him, that's fine. If you love him, that's fine as well. I will not be arguing with anybody about the case. Um, and it is what it is. Lady Alicia, did you want to say anything?
I really don't have anything to say as to the march. Um, you know, for his supporters, I guess it's nice to see people out supporting him. It's good for the public, I guess, to see people out supporting him in a positive manner. Um, yeah, that's about it for me. On the march, people have to
Yeah.
remember what
And
it's
and
for. They have to remember the cause. Hey, Facebook user.
yeah. And
Uh,
also what I want to say, um, for those that live in Chicago, um, I would like for everybody to call Kim Fox and request an investigation into my father, Michael Flager. We want Kim Fox to investigate him as she did Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly. Father Michael Flager has 3 alleged victims that have said he did things to them. So, if this is the way your voice can be heard, if we want to
well,
cancel um, what's good for one person should be good for another person, is my stance on that. Okay. Lady
the
Alicia, you wanted
victims
to
are
say
alleging
something?
that father. I did. I wanted to say that the victims are alleging, 3 victims are alleging that Father Flager molested them. Period. That's what they're saying. Okay. He molested them. He touched them inappropriately when they were children. So I don't know why, the state's attorney's office isn't standing there with a microphone asking, calling for more victims, you
Hey,
know?
King Raw, how are you doing? Yeah. So,
So,
what's
I
good
do
for
I
one
do agree
person?
with that.
Yeah.
I do
What's
agree with that.
good
I
for
do
one
agree.
person?
I do
You can
agree
finish.
that. Oh yeah, I was saying I do agree with that. I do agree if it's the same crime, it should be treated the same. You know, um, but you can't cross up and compare apples and oranges. But this is the same. You've got three people saying that Father Flager molested them as children. So why are you not standing outside with a microphone calling for more victims? Because we all know in cases like this, there's usually many more victims. So I don't understand why Kim isn't standing outside with a microphone with a hotline number, asking for witnesses, asking for anybody who may have been molested by Father Flager to come forward. Why isn't she doing that? I don't see any reason why she should not be doing that. Because
And I agree.
I'm sure if there were a criminal investigation going, that there would be more victims coming forward. So, we need that criminal investigation. Like, really, I believe that. I believe there needs to be a criminal investigation.
Yes, it does. And this is where you can express your voice, and it is the same accusation. Moving right along, um, Lady Alicia is still in the hospital, and I had a procedure done yesterday because I am battling breast cancer. So all is good. I'm trusting in God, and I am going to be okay. I'm not claiming anything, and I'm just
Exactly.
keeping it moving to the
That's it.
best of my ability.
And I'm
Now,
so
what I
happy to hear
wanted to
that.
talk, yes, what I also want to elaborate more on this Kirk Franklin situation where people
Mm,
are trying to judge him for cursing his son out. Um, you know, us as Christians, we do fall short, and I do have to say, me myself, um, I had issues where I would curse people off out and go off on them only on a music site because I have been pushed so far by people. And um, what I did, it was wrong. It's wrong. That is not the
right.
type of behavior that anyone should be displaying. And I went to some people and I did ask them to forgive me. But,
Right.
you know, we are humans. We are flesh. When we mad, angry, hurt, we all say things that we should not say. And I
And
am
I
not
agree with that.
exempt
I agree with
from
that.
that.
I agree
And
with that. The
um
problem that I have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
and
Go ahead,
I
April. I'm
just
sorry.
want to say uh, they're talking about canceling Kirk. I don't feel that they should. Some people, you know, to me, these kids nowadays, they're very disrespectful. they feel like parents owe them something.
Well, they do.
And
Parents do owe them
they're
something.
just and well, up until a certain age, if you giving them all the tools and
Parent,
stuff they need,
but that's the thing. We don't know that he was giving him all the tools because
yeah, well, yeah,
when I
right,
researched it
but
earlier, this was the son that he disowned. This was the child that he had as a teenager that he never did anything for, that's been vying for his attention his entire life on this call. You know, he married this woman. They had 2 kids. He adopted her son. And on this call, you hear her in the background laughing hysterically at the way Kirk is cursing his son. So again, it's just
oh
something
wow,
that I read. Yeah, it's something that I read. I listened to the call. I asked April to send it to me again because the one that I heard, they talked about how disrespectful this young man was. And all I heard the young man say is when he threatened to come kick his ass and break his neck, he said, I dare you. He said it 3 times, the son did. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. He didn't even yell it. He didn't even scream it. He said, I dare you. Now, was that wrong? Absolutely, positively. My problem with the whole thing, and I agree with everything that April just stated. He's telling this boy, go back to your family. Well, damn, you his daddy, so who the fuck is his family?
oh
And you
wow,
know, we all know or know of men like that who get with a woman who treat their kids better than his own. We all know one, at least one.
yes, yes, I do agree with that. Yes,
We all
they
we
will
all
treat the
know
woman's
they
kids
would
better
treat the
than their
women's
own.
kids better than their own and treat theirs non-existent, which is what some of the articles that I read and some of the videos that I listened to were suggesting of Kirk Franklin and this oldest child. I don't know that to be the truth. It's just out there. But the way that he was speaking to him and the way that his wife was in the background laughing, like, what kind of fucking woman are you? My problem with the entire thing is we have all cursed out our children. You know, I have a son that is bipolar, my only son. I have gone through hell and fire with him. I have cursed him out more times than I can count. But there is a boundary with me. That is my child. That is a black child. That is a black male child. And that means something to me. And my problem with Kirk and with what and in him cursing out his son was the language that he used. He could have been all kind of no good motherfuckers. He could have been anything in the world. But when he called that young man a bitch, you call your own son a bitch. See, that just hurt me to my core because that is a word in my family that is off limits. Off limits when it comes
Oh,
to a male. It is off limits because a bitch is
okay,
a female dog. Let me finish.
okay,
A bitch is, first of all, a female. Your son is not a female. Hey, Pan. Hey, Sunny B. He's not a female.
hey
So
Phoenix
for you,
Rising,
I
Sunny
feel
B.
like to call a man a bitch is the most degrading thing you can do, in my opinion. It is the most degrading thing that you can do. And for this man, being a Christian, being out here publicly To privately call your son a bitch, that tells me you have no love, you have no respect. You're beyond mad because I don't give a damn how mad I got at my son. That's a word I never used. It's a word my mother never used towards my brothers. You don't get
But
that. No, there is no but. There is no but. See, black people got to
okay,
stop
finish
with
so
the
I can say my
hypocrisy.
part.
They have to
Yeah.
stop with the hypocrisy. It is so hypocritical for black people to stand here and tell somebody else to value black lives when you yourself degrade them to the lowest form that you can. For me, there is no but. To value a life, you have to respect it. I don't care how mad you are. I don't care what the circumstances are. You can't value anything that you have no respect for. And just cursing him out doesn't rise to that level of disrespect. But calling him a bitch, your black male child, you being a black man, knowing what he faces every day, that is just unacceptable to me. It is absolutely unacceptable to me. I don't get it. And especially add on to that, you're supposed to be a religious figure, a public religious figure. I'm sorry. Fuck Kirk Franklin. Cancel his ass. That's where I stand. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, let him sit
Well,
back
me, my okay,
let me finish.
okay.
Last night, because I'm in the hospital, y'all know I don't watch TV, but I'm in the hospital. I'm watching The Bachelor. Here's a beautiful black man. His mother's white, but he's a black man who had chose a girl to be his wife, a white girl. Found out she posted some very insensitive things, racist things, on her social media 3 years ago. He broke up with her. And he's sitting there and he's explaining why. Because in this era where we have all of this racial tension going on, where we're trying to get people not of color to understand and to educate themselves on the hurtfulness of what they say and do and post, he just didn't feel that she could ever understand him as a black man, so he broke it off. And I relate that to this because, again, in this era of George Floyd, and we're going to get to him too, of all of these things that have happened, when we're standing here telling people Black lives matter, but yet we as Black people don't display that. You're not displaying that a Black lives matter when you standing there calling a black man a bitch, your own black man. This is a child that he fathered. You know, the hypocrisy is astounding. So, my charge to everyone is not only to task people not of color with understanding how what they say and do degrades us, but turn that inward. Turn that inward and educate yourself on what you say and do to your own degrades us. Because one thing my grandmother taught me, people treat yours the way you treat yours. And if you treat them like shit, most people that come along are going to treat them exactly the same way. If you treat them like kings and queens, people that come along are going to treat them like kings and queens. So I think that Brock Kirk needs to be canceled so he can sit back and have time to reflect on how his words, the effect, the impact that his words have, not only to his son, but to those who are listening, which is most important, to those who are listening. Even though he didn't think nobody would hear it, that's even worse. You're portraying one thing to the public and you're something totally different privately. There is nothing in the world that my son can do that will make me call him a bitch. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because it is a word that is not meant for any man, especially a black man. I
And
just I don't understand. I don't understand the hypocrisy. I don't understand how we can feel that we can go out here and shoot and kill up each other and degrade our young men, but yet in the same breath tell somebody else to respect our lives. Don't kill us. Why? Why? Why shouldn't they kill us? Our lives matter. How
okay,
do they
well,
matter? Go ahead.
my
Go ahead.
response is don't cancel Kirk. And I don't know what word sometimes because some men can act like female dogs.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. Nope.
some
Mm-mm.
men act like they are. They can act like a bitch. Some men do bitch moves. Some men you know what man fights a woman? That's a bitch move. You know. So um so if he called him, I mean, man up, because
Say that then. Then say that. Say man up.
yeah, and
Say
so
you acting like a
yeah,
girl. Say
so
anything
so
but
yeah,
that.
stop acting like a girl
Stop acting like a little
and
girl.
stop acting like a little girl. And
We said that many times. But to
yeah,
stand to
stop
call a
acting
man
like a
a
little
beast,
girl. Man up, be a man, accept your losses or accept what's not going on. They might not never have a relationship or
exactly.
whatever. And
But for
uh
you to, they may not ever have a
but
relationship. Phoenix says, I never use the word off the cuff unless we about to fight. That's what I'm saying, Phoenix.
and
If you
and
ever hear
and
me call a man a B, get low, because bullets coming after that.
oh yeah,
Because
and
it's just
that's what
something
I'm saying.
I can't see.
Because
I can't see.
I know a whole lot of men that make female female moves out here. Men grow up, start acting
Well,
like a man, act like
and
a
I agree
man,
with that. I agree
man
with that.
up,
There
stop
are a lot of
acting
men
like
out here.
yeah, that's
I
doing
agree.
feminine moves. Man up,
I agree.
man up, accept your loss, accept whatever it is that's going on, and move on. Move on. Because now I'm looking at you as a female dog or a
Well, see,
bitch.
Well, when you
you know, because
when you are looking at a man that way, you've castrated him. That is no longer a man in your eyes. Am I right or wrong? That's no
yeah.
longer a man in your eyes. You've
No,
castrated him.
not if you disrespecting women, jumping on women, and doing all of that
I
other
agree
kind of
with
stuff.
that. Listen,
Those
I
are
agree with
B
you.
moves, and
I
you know,
I agree. But we don't know that Kirk's son was doing any of those things. And
yeah.
he went on
And
to
I
say,
thought that
his
was
son
a
went
B
on to
move.
say, I did not even release the entire call because it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Now,
Well, and I think the son did a bitch move with releasing the tape. You know,
I didn't think that was a good move either. I agree. I don't think it was a
yeah.
good move
You
either.
know,
And you
that
don't
was a
know,
bitch move.
the thing is
Yeah,
you don't know either of their reasons. You don't know Kirk's reason for cursing him out. You don't know his reason for
right.
releasing the tape.
Yeah,
You don't know.
right.
You know,
But
from what I gathered, Kirk didn't like something that he said in an interview. And he said, I told the truth. Everybody has a past. If you don't, none of us can erase our past. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
yeah,
has a past. And my
yeah,
thing is, if Kirk didn't like the father that he was at 18, then be a better goddamn father at 25. Be a better father at 30. You understand what I'm saying? You
yeah.
can't be mad that your child came out and said, hey, he was an absent dad. If you were an absent dad, like, he didn't do anything for us. I got shuffled around from, you know, relative to relative while he was out getting famous, making millions of dollars. He did nothing for me. If that's the truth, how you gonna be mad at that?
But
He still does nothing for me. The only thing that
yeah,
he does is acknowledges that he is my father. If that's all you've ever done, how can you be mad at that? You're telling him, he's telling his son, you're out here trying to make me look bad. But if those were your actions, you made yourself look bad. Because this young man is now 33. So goddamn, Kurt, how many years did you have to be a better father? How many
but
years did you have to be a better father? And yeah, kids
but
can take you there. We all know that.
kids can take you there,
Kids
and
can take you
you
there.
know,
But what I'm saying is
but my
there
thing
has
is,
to be
what,
there has
yeah,
to be a level of respect and a level of love that you have for your child, that there are
yeah.
boundaries that are not crossed on both sides.
Well, as
And
far as he's
calling
concerned,
and calling
he will
my
probably Kirk,
son a
Kirk
bitch.
probably can never do enough for him, no matter
Well,
what.
I
Kirk,
don't. According to him, he ain't
it
did
seems
shit.
like, well,
According to him, he ain't
and
did
that
shit. And what is go back home
and
to your family? You're his father. If his mama dead, then damn it, you the closest family he got. Who the hell is he going home to? Go back home to your family as if you're not my family. This is my family over here. Take your ass home to yours. All I'm saying is there has to be a level of respect and love. This is your child, regardless of what they do. It is your child. Even if
All right. Well, let's
it's not
let's read
respect.
read some of the comments. Hold on. Let me go back
Phoenix
so you can
Rising
read the
says
comments.
facts. Respect is deserved. Yes, there has to be a level of respect and a line that you do not cross as a parent and the same as a child. There has to be. But by you being the parent, you're supposed to be the one with more knowledge. You know, you're supposed to be the one with more knowledge.
Yeah.
Phoenix says, I agree, but you don't know what has been going on behind the scenes. This was icing on the cake move. I agree with that, Phoenix. But what I'm saying is, if you have that respect, not even specifically for your child, as a human being, respect for yourself. You understand? There is a boundary that you just don't cross. Like I said, I have been to hell in a handbasket with my son. There is nothing on this earth that can make me call him a bitch because that is the most, in my mind, it's the most degrading thing that you can do. You're saying you're not a fucking man. You're castrating them. Now, who the hell else has done that to our black men? Like, it's just
Yeah.
something you should have an understanding as a black man that you shouldn't do. It's just, I think it's the lowest of the low. It's the vilest of the vile. I can't see any reason that warrants that word being used towards a man from his own parent. I just can't see any reason.
Okay. Read
Kirk
what
said it was
Monet
a
said.
Kirk said it was a personal family issue. Well, yeah, until somebody makes it public. You are a public figure, you
And we
know?
want to welcome in all of our guests. I want to thank King Raw for joining us for this show. He is a person I
Yes.
truly respect and admire. And I know I probably disappointed him when I snapped on people, but I am human. Yeah. So,
I'm yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. Phoenix
yeah.
says, anytime Kirk can say go back to your family, he does not have respect or real love for his son. Exactly. Because, who's your family? Your mom, your dad, your siblings. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know,
You don't get any
but you
closer
know,
than that. And I
yeah,
get it's a personal family issue, but when you are a public figure, you have to accept that private things could become public. You have to accept that. Private things
yeah,
could become public.
yeah.
And especially when you are a religious figure. So basically, what he's saying is in public, I'm religious. In private, I can call them bitches and hoes. I'm sorry. I'm very, I don't really believe in the cancel culture to an extent. I think it's overboard to an extent, but I think each circumstance has to be looked at individually. And I'm sorry, he'll never get another download from me. He'll never make another dime from me. He won't because I just can't get with that. I can't get with that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I agree with you, Phoenix. I mean, can you imagine? This is his son. Reverse that. You and your mother. Can you imagine standing up calling your mama a bitch to her face? Like really, like can you imagine? Can you imagine on the phone with your mother, calling your mother a bitch? Under what circumstance is that acceptable? April? April? April, are you there? So, if you can't see that scenario, how can you flip it and see it, you know, in the opposite way? How can you see it being okay for a mom to do it to their daughter, or a son, or a father to do it to his son? If it's unimaginable for you as a daughter to do it to your parent, how can you imagine a parent doing it to their son or daughter? It should still be unimaginable. Phoenix Rising says Kirk only apologized for the public. Exactly. Exactly. And it's a sad situation. You know, I hope that he can understand the impact that his words have on his son. I really hope that he and that they have on the world viewing a black man.
Yeah.
So let's get off Kirk Franklin. You won't get another penny from me, Kirk. You out my playlist, bro. But
Well,
anywho,
I'm going to stand by Kirk.
you stand by Kirk.
You
I'm
know,
gonna stand by the black man. You stand by Kirk because, as far as I'm concerned,
no,
what Kirk
no,
what Kirk
no,
did was a
hopefully,
bitch move. What he did was a bitch move.
yeah. And
What
being
Kirk did
that,
was a bitch
and,
move.
and that
So
word
so
bitch,
if there is so if
and
there is a
and
bitch
that
in the
word,
equation,
that word,
Kirk was it.
I had that word bitch in my vocabulary. You're a dirty bee, you're this bee, that bee. So, and Lord, y'all pray for me as I try to work on that myself. Cause I was like a little hot little firecracker. But like I said, um, that, you know, uh, it was wrong. And I was wrong for saying it. So that's all I can say. So
Well,
help me
yeah,
as I try to help myself. That's all
exactly,
I can say.
and you acknowledge that, but
Yeah,
Kirk doesn't acknowledge that. Kirk
yeah,
apologized because the public heard it. I didn't want you to
yeah.
hear it because I still want them coins. But anyway, moving along to before I forget a lot of the stats. The George Floyd case is moving along. They've seated 9 jurors out of the 12 now. 5 are
Oh
white.
my God, what are their races?
5 are white. One is biracial. One is Hispanic. 2 are black. Okay. The majority of them are in their 20s and 30s, and then you have 2 that are in their 50s. We
Ooh,
all
I think
know
we
that.
might get a conviction.
I don't know, girl. Them young folks is crazy. We all know that the settlement came out. The state of Minnesota settled with the Foreman family for $27 million. Chauvin, the officer who killed Floyd, his defense team has come out and asked the judge to release any of the jurors who've seen media coverage of the settlement because they believe that it will prejudice the jurors' mind, against the cop who killed him. The judge said, no, I'm not going to remove them because I believe that they have the ability, you know, to separate that from their deliberations and the instructions that they will get. He also denied a sequestered jury because Chauvin's team, legal team, asked for a sequestered jury. The judge said no, no sequestered jury. Now, what he's still deliberating is whether or
Oh
not
wow.
they will get a change in venue because Chauvin's legal team have asked for a change in venue because they don't feel that he can get a fair trial where he is. So they want the judge to say, we don't have to have the trial here. You can have it in another city, another county, another state. The judge has yet to rule on that. So he hasn't ruled on that yet. He said he will give a decision soon, but he hasn't made a decision as of yet. So that's where we are with that. Um, I don't know. I think that I don't know because sometimes I can see how the defense would think that the jurors, about the settlement.
Your mic is acting up.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. I was saying I could see how the defense team would think that the jurors knowing about the settlement could kind of sway their opinion towards Chauvin. But it's a double-edged sword. It could really go either way. The jurors could think, well, they've been paid. That may be enough. They don't need a guilty verdict. Or they could think, well, since the state paid him, he must be guilty. You understand? The thing is, you never know how a jury is going to decide. You never know. You don't know what's on their minds until deliberation and they start to ask the judge questions. You never know how they think or feel about the case. And when the judge asked 5 jurors out of the 7 that were chosen last week if they felt that they could be impartial, and 4 out of the 5 said yes, they could. Phoenix Rising says it wouldn't make sense having a sequestered jury with all the media coverage unless they live, say, in Utah. Everyone has seen the media coverage. Well, that's one of the main reasons that they have a sequestered jury is because of the media coverage. That's one of the main reasons. But one of the main reasons that they have a sequestered jury is because of the media coverage. They feel that the media coverage can somehow endanger the jurors. But there is nothing to suggest that the jurors would be endangered. I mean, nobody's came out and did anything violent against anybody. So there's really no reason for a sequestered juror. George Floyd's family has always asked for peace and nonviolence. So there is no reason for them to have a sequestered jury. But I'm supposed to get out of here tomorrow, guys. And I don't even want to say it because they told me yesterday I would get out of here today, and I'm still here. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they really spring me tomorrow and I can go home. I can be miserable in the comfort of my own home. How about that?
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, This hospital bed is hell, the most uncomfortable thing ever. Phoenix Rising says, but when it was televised and the marches and destruction of property, what would be the need? It's out there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
did you get a chance to go on Pacer and check out what happened with Rob yesterday?
I did not. Pacer was down. I wasn't able to get
Oh,
in.
okay.
So I have no idea what happened.
Oh, okay.
I have no
Well, I'll
idea
wait
what
till you
happened.
find out. Yeah, because you know the law, or
I don't
I'll
even
just
know. I
call
don't
my
even know
friend.
which. I don't even know which case it was in. I don't know if it was the New York case
I think it
or
was
the
on a
Illinois
state case
case.
in Illinois.
It
I
was the
think it was
state
the
case.
yeah, I believe so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. If it was the
because
state case, then I
yeah,
don't need to go to Pacer for that. I
I
can
don't
pull
want
that.
anybody giving me no conspiracy theories, what they think and all of that. I'll wait and see what
Thank you, Phoenix.
my
I
lawyers,
need those prayers
yeah,
too. Thank
what
you.
they say.
Thank you,
Yeah.
hon.
Hmm. What they say.
So it was in
Yeah.
the state case.
Did you-
Okay. Oh, Phoenix just said it was great news for me coming home, and she put up the praying hands. So
Oh
yes,
yeah, that's nice. Yes.
it would be great news if I
Yes.
came home tomorrow. I'm
Hmm.
telling you. I've
Yeah.
been here, what, 17 days now.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you have. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody has come in there and said, now what's up with oh, okay,
What?
Phoenix Rising.
Okay, Phoenix Rising says
Okay.
Chicago, they are going back in May, still not handing over discovery. Okay, it's the Chicago case. Okay, it's the state case. And Phoenix says they're going back in May. Okay, and they're for discovery. Mm.
Mm.
Well, I would think that since the case has had no movement, um, because they've done nothing on this case for several months. I would think since it's had no movement and it's just starting to progress, um, yeah, discovery is one of the first things of that process. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll look it up
And
later
this
though, and
isn't
when we
taken
come
away
back
from
on, we'll
anybody,
discuss it.
but yeah, this isn't taken away from anybody, but I just don't listen to people that are not paralegals or lawyers. Because if I got in trouble or anybody in my family got in trouble and I want the advice from lawyers
Of
and
a
paralegals
professional, right, right, right,
of a
right. And
profession,
I understand that.
I don't have people telling me what they think about anything when it comes to him, to Rob having 29 charges. So ain't nothing nobody can tell me if you're not a lawyer or a paralegal or somebody that knows something about the law. And so you can't tell me anything. And that's a personal thing. Um, that's like, you know, I go to the doctor when I'm sick, and when somebody's in trouble, I go to lawyers to give me their advice or their opinions, not to YouTube. Yeah. So that and that's not trying
Oh,
to take
April, you
away.
are a mess.
And yes, What? I'm just speaking the truth.
No,
Yeah,
I understand that, and I don't know if that is because we're older, but I'm exactly the
yeah,
same way. My kids laugh at me all the time because I was
yeah,
raised differently, and I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm not getting
I
a
was
hot dog
raised to
at the
get back.
Chinese restaurant. I
Yeah,
was raised to go to where, like you said, go to the experts. I'm sorry, the alley
yeah,
mechanic may be great, but if he can't give me a guarantee or warranty, he ain't working on my car. Don't
yeah,
hand me a butter knife in lieu of a screwdriver. I know a butter knife would do the same job, but if it calls for a screwdriver, give me a screwdriver. You know, I don't
exactly.
want, I don't want a hot dog from the Chinese restaurant. I want Chinese food from the Chinese restaurant. That's just how I am.
Yeah,
You know, don't I don't want a burger from the
yeah.
chicken
But
joint. I don't want chicken from a burger joint. If your specialty is burgers, then damn it, that's what I want.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because some folks are really being misguided, but that's on them. Because over here,
You
I
know,
get fat.
that's
So
a shame.
yeah,
It's a shame that people are being
yeah,
misguided because this is a really serious case,
yeah, yeah,
and people really shouldn't, you shouldn't be misguiding anyone because, you know,
yeah,
his supporters are in this for him. And for them to
yeah,
be misguided or given false information or false hope, or what, it's sad. It's just really sad to me.
yeah, yeah. As yeah. Okay. And don't forget, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone Friday. We're gonna have a good time. If I had to be on my walker or whatever and walk a few blocks and get a little rest, um, I'll be there. I'll be there. Rain, snow, hail, or sleet. I will be there.
Okay, April,
Yeah.
you go ahead, girl.
I sure will be. Yeah. So, yeah. And I'm there for Rob, and that's why I'm going. Yeah. So everybody need to put on their big girl panties, their big man drawers, and
Oh,
come on out and have
oh,
a nice
April
time
gonna be out there
and act like
stepping.
the
April,
mature adults that people are. Oh yeah,
April gonna be
you
out
know
there
I still
stepping in the
jump.
name of love on her walker.
Yeah, yeah, I sure am. I sure am. Yeah, I sure am. Yeah. So yeah, don't 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 bring your mess to Rob's protest. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I like it. Don't bring your mess to Rob's protest. I like it. Look what you just did, girl.
yeah,
Don't bring your mess to Rob's
yeah,
protest. April said it. Mm.
yeah,
Now, does anyone have
yeah.
any questions?
Don't
Anyone in
bring
the
your
chat?
mess. Yeah.
Anyone in the chat have any questions, any
And
comments for us?
also about too is and this is going back to
April, are you there? The sound cut out on me. Hello?
hello.
April.
I'm
Okay,
here.
I hear you now. Okay. Because I didn't get any sound. You were
Okay.
saying something and
Now
then it just cut
yeah,
out.
yeah. Um, remember our little
Mm-mm. You have audio problems. You have audio problems. Not
I
hearing
do?
you. I'm hearing, yeah, okay, I hear you now. But when you were speaking before,
Okay.
I
Can you
heard
do you hear me
sounds, but
now?
I hear you perfectly
Can
clear now. Yes. Yes, I
okay.
hear you.
Remember remember the little boy when I was down helping my family out? And remember we found out the little boy's mom had died and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to take this example. Now his brother, he has a brother too. Well, neither one of them could go back to the father's house because they said when they went to the mom's house and came back, they came back with different attitudes. So you think maybe that's why Kirk told him to go back to, to that family because we don't tolerate this type of behavior in our household.
I
There
mean,
could be a
I don't know because the thing was he wasn't, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
Because here's the thing. If you're my
there
child,
could be a lot of reasons.
there could be many reasons. But the thing is, if you are my child, because I mean, I don't know if you have, but I experienced that as well. My youngest, I promise you, every time she would go visit, not only did she act different, she even looked different. She would look like their ass when she came back. You just have to reprogram it. Hold on, you home now. This is how we do it here. There is no go back. That's your child.
Okay.
So I do get it because yeah, because in some households people are more strict, they're more lax. You know what I'm saying? And by my daughter being the youngest, some family have things about the baby. The baby gets away with murder. Well, the baby don't get away with murder over here, because this ain't the only child in here. Everybody has everybody has the same rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Whether you 7 or 17, same rules and regulations apply, and they have to be followed. So I do get that because, like I said, I dealt with that for years. I dealt with that for years. You let them go stay a week in the summer and they come back and you don't even know who the hell they are. You know,
Yeah.
they're speaking different, they're acting different, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? But yeah, I dealt with that too. And again, it's your
Okay.
child. So who you going back to? And,
Yeah.
and, and the boy said he knew I had nowhere to go. I had nowhere to go. So who you going back to? But what killed it for me was to hear his wife in the background hysterically laughing. And she's clearly laughing at the conversation because she all up in the phone. You can hear her over Kirk and the young man. And I thought, wow. And then they went on, they were explaining how Kirk married her. He adopted her son. They had two girls. Well, where is your son in the mix of all of this? And like I said, we all know those men. We all know those men that take care of somebody else's child and do nothing for theirs. And as a woman, I couldn't be with a man like that because that means if something happened with us, you mistreat mine for somebody else's. You do the same damn thing because that's who you are. So I could never be with a man who treated my children better than he treated his own because ain't nothing like mine. I don't give a damn what they do. Mine are mine. They the best of the best. Nobody gets treated better than mine.
Okay. I was just
Phoenix says,
looking,
yes, lady, that bothered me too. Yeah. You know, you can't, I don't know. I don't know what's up with these men. Some men truly like to leave their mistakes behind, and that includes their children. You have some people that are like that. I knew a
yeah.
girl who was
I
married.
know some men right now won't even claim their kids, and they was even before the
Absolutely.
wife.
That's what I'm
You know.
saying. And what's the point in claiming them? And that's what the young man said. The only thing my father ever did for me was acknowledge me. He said that. But now, what's the point in saying, yeah, that's my son, if you ain't never did a damn thing for him?
Okay.
But I knew a young lady, would be about my age now when we were younger. She got pregnant as a teen. The boy's parents made him marry her. They got married. They had two children. Um, she left. She left the kids with him and his family. She moved out of state. She went to college. She got herself together. She came back. She met another man. She got married. She never acknowledged those first children.
Oh wow.
Never acknowledged them.
Wow.
It was like, okay, yeah, I had them, but that's over with, on to the next.
Oh
She
wow.
never acknowledged those children. She had them. She was with him about 6 or 7 years. So the kids were like 5, 6 when she left. They were small kids, but they weren't toddlers. They were school age kids. She left him. She went down south. She went to school. She finished her schooling. She graduated from college. She came back. She dated another guy. They got engaged. They got married. And she acted like those kids never existed.
Wow.
And I thought, damn, as a mother, you know, I
Yeah.
can't see that as a mother. And she
Yeah.
said, well, they had a whole nother life. So I didn't raise them. They raised them. And she said, I can't re-raise children. And I was like, wow.
Oh wow.
That's what she
Mm,
said.
hmm
She said, those are their kids. They raised them. I can't re-raise them, you know? And I
But
was like,
I'm just
wow.
laughing. I'm just, you know, then the first thing everybody wants to do, I'm sick of this canceling everybody. I'm having a big
Yeah, I
issue
have an
with
issue
this.
with it too. But you know what? I
You
feel
know,
like if I have an issue with it too.
because these people, you guys have placed these people on pedestal. I look at every, every, every star from any shape, form, or fashion, from music to film to anything, as they are human beings. They
And
are
I
not
agree with
perfect.
that. And I
They
don't think
are
that,
flawed.
absolutely, I agree with that. But I don't think that it's so much that the public have put them on pedestals. I think that some of them, in some cases, that's true. That's why I said when it comes to cancel culture, I really think it should be an individual thing. Because in some cases, it's true that they put those people on pedestals, but in other cases, you got people who put themselves there. And I think Kirk Franklin is one of those people. I think he put himself on a damn pedestal, you know? Because when you're out here and you're claiming you're holier than thou and you're godlier than God, then no, you're not allowed a mistake because God didn't make none. You know, and you certainly should know what would offend your public,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. I'm very put out by Kirk. I am cancel his ass. Yesterday I couldn't care less. He still has the talent that he has. She'll be okay. Maybe he will think about his words and he'll think about the impact that those words have, you know?
Yeah.
Because clearly
Yeah.
he doesn't think they have an impact or he wouldn't be using them.
Yeah. 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 Because I, like I said, I had hard pills to swallow too, with my behavior. It was unacceptable. I should have not, you know, done some things that I've done, but I did them. They're over with. I admit to them. I just don't take myself around certain people anymore or be around you because I know how you are, you know, and I don't
Exactly.
want
And
you. I don't want your dirty lying ass around me, neither. And so we just leave it like that, you know. And that was putting on the big
and
boy.
Kirk's son is
I
33
would
years
never
old.
call you any more names. Yeah. And so, you
You
know, that's the mature person saying, hey, it didn't work out, you know, we're no longer kicking it friends and we're not going to ever rewrite history. Blase Skippy back. you know, don't say nothing to
and,
me. I mean, I'll be
and
cordial
that
to you and
exactly. And
and
that's
that's
what
it.
an adult does. Kirk
Yeah.
hasn't done that. Kirk came out, he apologized to the public because that's who's important to him. The public.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, his son is an adult. And there comes a time as a parent, if you cannot deal with your children as an adult, then you cut them loose. It's a hard thing to
Mm-hmm.
do, but that's what you got to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
now here he sits with this adult ass son facing losing everything. And for what? For what? When he could have just said, hey, this is a child I've tried my best with, I can't deal with, I let him go. You know, I send you a stipend every year, every month, or whatever the case may be, but I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You
And that's
know?
probably where the relationship probably will end up at, you know, like, yeah. But hopefully, and, prayer works,
Prayer does
I
work.
always believe in,
Absolutely.
I always believe in family restoration. Um, uh, uh, um,
But according to Kirk, he
yeah,
don't even consider his son his damn family. So I don't know. Just let him go, you know?
yeah,
You know, there are
yeah,
relationships, there are toxic relationships in every form. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they just have a
yeah,
toxic relationship. I don't
hmm
know.
yeah,
Phoenix Rising says this may be a wake up call for Kirk and may help pave the way to a better
yeah,
relationship. I hope that's what
yeah.
this is. But from
And
Kirk's
and
response,
the person.
I don't think that's what it
They
is.
can, yeah. And in these type of situations, the person that's trying to do the right thing always looks like the bad person, you know. And
I
so,
don't know. I don't know. Sometimes the
yeah,
person is the
in
bad person.
these
I don't know.
situations,
Sometimes it is
they'll
what it is.
always make, yeah, yeah, they'll always, because, people will say what they did to cause you to react the way that you do, and then they end up looking like the better person, or you know.
Yeah, looking like the
So
victim. I can agree with that. But again,
yeah,
there is nothing my
yeah,
son could ever do that will make me form my mouth to call him a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There just isn't. Because I had 3 girls and 1 boy. I didn't have a bitch. I don't care what he does. I don't care what he says out of his mouth. That is a word that will never come out of my mouth to my son.
so have you been following Sherry Shepherd and Sharon Osbourne, um
I have not.
their drama that they had
No,
on the talk?
no, they've got
Huh?
drama. They've got drama. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know.
Pierce Morgan made all of these statements about
Hmm.
Meghan Markle.
I remember
And
that.
so,
He jumped up and
everybody was
walked off
mad,
the show. Yeah.
right? Because he didn't believe that Meghan Markle was telling the truth about being suicidal. So Sharon Osbourne, hey Tracy, Sharon Osbourne,
Hey,
who
Trace.
is a friend of Pierce Brunson, because Pierce Morgan, Pierce Brunson is the actor. She was trying to defend Pierce, and Sherry was like, "How can you defend somebody that's not taking suicidal thoughts seriously?" And they got into a heated discussion because they felt like Pierce Bronson was only attacking Megan because she was, black or half black, whatever. But so they had a heated discussion. Um, Cheryl Underwood cried. You know, Sharon Osbourne apologized to the black community. And now they're showing reruns on the talk because these two have to work out some differences, and people was really upset with Sharon Osbourne, who is married to Ozzy Osbourne, a rock star who eats bats. You guys do know that, right?
He does
He
what?
he eats he eats bats' head.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he just ate a bat. Yeah, he eats bats. Hell, he
Okay.
might be the reason COVID
And,
over here.
okay, I was gonna say, and he ain't got COVID.
I just thought about that. Hell, he might have
Hmm.
brought it over here.
And he ain't got
Yeah, well,
COVID.
he just ate another bat not too long ago. They laughed and thought that was funny. But when a woman is saying that she is suicidal, they want to dismiss it. So, yeah.
No, I haven't heard
Yeah,
that.
Phoenix,
Since, like you said,
It's Cheryl Underwood. It's Cheryl Underwood, not Sherry Shepherd, but
okay, I was
it's
getting ready to
Cheryl
say,
Underwood,
okay,
the
I don't know who
comedian.
that is. I don't know
Yeah,
who that is.
Yeah.
Phoenix, go back.
Okay.
Phoenix,
Oh
go
yeah.
back again.
Okay.
The son may have resentment for being an outcast, whether he's grown or not. He is a wounded little boy. Exactly. I agree with you, Phoenix. He's a wounded little boy
Mm-hmm.
on the
Good
inside. I
evening,
agree with you,
Tracy.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
because the family has said he is the outcast. That was what I read in, some of the things that I was
And
researching.
even now, yeah. And
Phoenix
like I said,
Rising.
I okay, yeah, read that.
Pierce is upset because Megan rejected him. He's been reporting negatively on Megan since their date. I didn't know they had a date,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that came
okay.
out too. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. See, I thought that he reported negatively against her because he was so tight with the Royals. But okay.
No, he liked
Oh,
her. He liked her. He made an advance.
okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Read
you
Tracy's
mad.
comment. Yeah.
Kirk Franklin's son was very disrespectful towards him, but Kirk may have made a huge mistake for his behavior. See, everybody keeps saying he was very disrespectful. I have listened to 5 of those calls from 5 different sources. The young man said nothing but, I dare you. 3 words.
But
He said it
that's what
3 times.
yeah.
I mean, that's not very disrespectful. It's inappropriate to say to your parent, but that doesn't warrant being called a bitch. I dare you.
Yeah.
He's threatening to
Yeah.
come kick his ass. He threatened to come
He
break his
sent Kirk
neck.
off. He sent Kirk off. That's why he kept telling him I dare you. You sent him off.
No,
Yeah.
he said, I dare you because Kirk kept threatening him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Kirk kept
Yeah.
threatening him, and he said, I dare you. And he didn't yell it, he didn't scream it. He was very calm. Just like
Yeah.
I'm saying it now. He said, I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
Yeah.
Because Kirk was yelling and screaming and shooting off threat after threat after threat. And he said, I dare you.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon apologized because she didn't want to be fired. Sharon is a real heavyweight, baby. It take a lot to fire Sharon Osbourne now.
Oh, honey,
Um,
no, because honey, they got real heated. Oh, honey, she had to apologize to the black community because she said a whole lot of stuff out of anger too. Now, yeah,
what did she say?
yeah, I forgot. Like I said, everybody being exposed nowadays.
Right,
That's
right,
one thing for sure.
right,
You're
right.
finding out how they really feel about black people. That's what we're
Mm.
finding out. And this ain't the year to be messing with blacks. Now,
It's not.
you
It
know,
really isn't.
this not
It
the
really
year
isn't.
to be talking about black people. But
It
oh
really
yeah, honey.
isn't.
And all the races are being exposed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tracy, I know. It's true. Yeah. And I just thought about it. I said he might be the one that's done bought COVID over here. Because he does. He eats back.
That's crazy as
Yeah.
hell. That is just crazy as hell to me. But I guess,
Phoenix rising. She said,
Izzy has too many drugs in the system to have good sense. I agree with that too. Ozzy is just, yeah. Ozzy been drugging 60 years.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, if
terrible.
he stopped drugging, it would kill him. It
I
probably
agree.
would kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They had a date
Oh,
the
okay.
evening she left and met Harry. You know, I think I heard something about that last week that he asked her out. She said no. And then Harry asked her out and she went on the date with Harry and they've basically been together ever since.
Yeah.
So Pierce Morgan got his little feelings hurt. Is that what it was? He thought
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he thought he thought he was better than the prince. Sit your old fat ass down somewhere. Don't nobody want you. You know, it amazes me that men think that a woman of her stature or caliber would go out with you. Like, who the fuck you think you are? Like, for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phoenix Rising says when it has to do with race these days, you have to be careful. Sharon was standing on the line. And you know, I like Sharon. I do.
I've
I
always liked
really
Sharon,
like Sharon.
and the Osbournes is one of the first reality shows that I watched. You know, and I
It was
thought, what a
one of the
treat we
first that was on.
had. Yeah.
It was one of the first
Yeah.
that were on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
And I love their show, the way Sharon got along with the ex-wife and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
The son and
Yeah.
it was you know, the son, he said, you know, I don't call her my stepmom, I call her my second mom, because that's what she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. I don't know. I don't know, Sharon. Sharon, you know, sometimes you can't defend your friend in the face of racism, girl. You can't.
Yeah. That's what Sherry kept saying. How can you defend him? Cause you know he did dog her out. Now he did dog
Did
Megan
he?
out. Oh, girl, yeah. That's why he had to walk off the show because everybody kept attacking him.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? See, I thought he walked off the show because he was just
No, girl, he
mad.
couldn't take all of the black backlash because you know they got black people that work at good. It's called Good Morning Britain. Yeah.
Oh,
Read
okay.
Tracy's statement.
Tracy says, well, being a man of God, Kirk shall not be using profanity in the first place. He made a bad choice. You know, he's not perfect. And I don't even mind him using profanity. It's the profanity that he used towards his own son, a black man. You know, yeah, I can't see how on one hand you say Black Lives Matter, and on the other hand, you call a black man, your own black man, a bitch. Then how does it
Yeah.
matter?
Lady Allegiant has a big issue with instead of him saying man up,
Man
him
up,
calling
quit
him.
acting like a little girl. You know, a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have a real issue because you know, in my family, that was an absolute no no. Like I said, my son 42 years old. Call him a bitch now and see if we ain't all at your ass. It's you know, it's not done. You know, we were raised, and I was telling April and I were talking about this not too long ago. The respect that we were raised with towards each other, towards other people, towards their property, and calling any man a bitch. Oh, that's a no no. You know, that's an absolute no no. You know, you may be able to say it behind his back, but to stand up and no, hell no. You know, it's just like
So
calling a
men
woman a
stop
hoe.
acting like
You
women.
couldn't do that.
Put your big man drawers on and start acting like a man. Don't act like a woman. Act like a man. Put your boxer drawers on and start
Wait a
acting
minute.
like A
Phoenix
man.
Rising said that Piers Morgan and Megan had drinks, and he put her in a cab, and she rode off to meet Harry. Phoenix, is that for real, or you playing, girl?
No, they went something about like that.
Get the hell out. Go ahead on, Megan. Now look at him. Polar Harry gonna wish he had a left ass with Pierce in a minute. I feel so bad for Harry.
Now read
Phoenix
her
Rising says,
question.
do you really believe Megan's story? Did it have to do with royal protocols or curiosity or what the baby will look like? The royals are aware of two shades, not the shade in the middle. You know what, Phoenix? Honestly, I don't believe Megan's story. I don't believe her.
I do.
I don't. I don't. Because, I'm again, I'm gonna say this again. I've said it before. I'm so tired of us jumping on everything that's supposedly black. Show me Megan's black friends. Show me her black childhood. Show me the black school she went to. Show me anything black other than her mama regarding Megan. There is nothing. I don't believe her story. I believe she used Harry. I don't think that she ever had any intention of being a royal wife. I think she wanted Harry. She agreed to whatever. She got him. And now it's get out time. Because she can't be the Duchess and be an actress. You know, their wives sit in their shadow and they do humanitarian work. They do charitable work. You know, they don't have jobs. And Megan knew that. She knew everything that she was signing up for, and she signed up for it. And as soon as she got the inkling to go back to work, she had to find a way out. I don't believe her. I don't believe anything that she said. I think that she came back. She first tried it in Canada. They didn't want their ass there. Then she came to the United States. She didn't even leave there and come back to the United States, which is supposed to be her home. She left there and went to Canada. But Canada said, we don't want you to trade her ass here. She comes back to the United States. She needs to be accepted. Uh, I'm not saying that her entire story was a lie, but I do think that she embellished a lot of things to garner public empathy. I don't believe her because she sat on Oprah and she said that the Queen treated her great. She said the Queen was beautiful to her. Now, the Queen, the one who matters. The Queen is the one who gives all the damn orders. So if the Queen loved you and loved your child, what's the problem? All you had to do was holler at the Queen. She'd have straightened all that shit out. Because she'd have had honcho. I don't believe Megan. And I feel bad for Harry because I think that Harry is so in love with her that he don't know he just played. She played him, period. I don't believe a word of it. Not a word. What the hell you got to be suicidal for? You a black ass princess that just happened with Disney. Ain't never even happened in damn cartoons before. You a black princess in
Hey,
real life.
312.
Hey,
Hey, 31. Yeah, our slogan: don't bring your mess to the protest. Our slogan: don't bring your mess to our protest. Yeah.
that is so funny.
No, well,
Uh,
yeah.
Phoenix Rising says Megan is an independent woman. Race has nothing to do with it. It didn't fit her personality. Exactly. Exactly, Phoenix. It's not who she is. And she knew that wasn't who she was when she agreed to it. Poor Harry, I hope he makes amends with the family because to give up everything and then divorce down the line will be a tragedy. It's going to be a tragedy because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is going to be a tragedy. She got chained. She about to have chains. It's going to be a tragedy, baby. You know,
Well, you know, her mother is very dark. Maybe this baby gonna come out dark. I guess they'll
see,
all
here you
have a
go.
fit.
Here you go. 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 You know, yeah, that's what I said. Poor Harry, because Megan's given up nothing. I don't think, and I said this before, I don't believe that Harry knows the depth of what he's given up. Because if she divorces him in 5 to 7 years down the line, what is Harry left with? He's denounced
Yeah.
his family, his fortune, his status. And
All
oh,
for
it's
a
really
black
gonna
one,
be some
a black beautiful
exactly.
queen,
It's really gonna be
a
some
black
racial talk
beautiful
if that
queen.
happens. She is a
Yes,
beautiful
Lord.
girl.
He
You
fell.
cannot take
He
that away from
fell
her.
for that. He fell for that half breed.
He fell
Oh
for the
Lord,
okey
he a
doke.
God.
He
He
fell
fell
for the
for
okey
that
doke.
half breed. Put it on him. He fell for it again.
Yeah,
I'm looking
she
forward
put it
to
on
seeing
him.
everybody this Friday and
She
Saturday. Put your
she put
big
it
girl
on him.
panties on, your big man drawers on. Act like mature adults. Don't bring your mess to the protests. Like my
She put it
advertising
on him.
commercial.
She quit taking them damn birth control pills. That's what she did. Because I will
Yeah,
never
honey, but
believe she wasn't pregnant when they got married. Count them up, y'all. Count them up. Count up the wedding
yeah.
and the birth of the baby. Phoenix Rising said, my mother had 6 Oreo babies. 3 are black as tar, 3 are white as snow. I know that's right. You never know. You
What
just
I
don't
what I'm
know.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got a. I believe everything Megan was saying. I knew nothing about Meghan Markle until she was to
Oh,
marry him.
I
I
did.
never
Oh, I
watched that
did.
show.
I
I
watched
don't
it
watch much
religiously.
TV.
I don't watch TV at
My
all, but
thing
I
is that
watched Suits. That was my
yeah,
show.
my thing is music. So that's my thing. I'm on
Yeah, I
music
love
site.
that too. But I
Yeah.
uh I did watch the show from beginning to
Mm-hmm.
end. Um, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe her. You know, she's an actress, y'all. Remember that. She is an actress and a
Yeah.
damn good one.
And she,
I
yeah,
don't
I
believe
mean,
her.
she snapped the prince. Shoot,
Exactly.
hey,
Exactly.
she go
She
big or
snagged
stay
a
home.
prince and now he
She
ain't shit.
snagged a prince.
She
More
snagged a
power to
prince.
you, Megan.
Yeah, we were happy for that. We were. And I'm still happy for that. But goddamn, Megan, you could have held your cards a little closer to your chest a little longer.
Oh, wait a minute.
Phoenix Rising
Read
says,
what
no, the
Phoenix
children
Rising
are
just
part.
said.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it. No, the children are part of the contract. She did not want the second children. She said as much. This was a contract marriage. She was required to do certain things. She said she has 3 years to go. Yes, because in the royal family, yes, there are contracts. It ain't just like you get married and be the wife. They have responsibilities that they have to carry out. You know, they released them from many. Welcome back, Lady Alicia. I was missing you. Thank you, Tracy. I missed you too. All of you guys. They
Yeah,
let her
I've been
out
missing
of a lot
everybody too.
of the they let her out of a lot of the things that she was supposed to do in the very beginning because she was pregnant, you know. But she kept complaining to Harry, and they were releasing her from a lot of responsibility. But yes, they have contracts. You know, that's what the royal family does.
Mm.
And they gave her an out when they wanted to get out. They gave her an out, but she still has to fulfill that contract. It's just like I was saying about getting your master's back. They gonna let her go, but bitch, this is what you got to do to be free. So
And
she has to
I was
carry out those duties to be free.
and I was telling people, I was in the girl music show, and I don't try to be smart or tell people what to say, but I was just telling her, Anita Baker has asked people not to play her music. She released that statement asking for
Right.
people not
Not to
to
buy her
play
music,
her music,
not to buy her
stream it
music, not to
or
stream it
anything.
or anything. Right. Because
That
she
was
is
the
in a fight
request
for her
of
master.
Anita Baker. I think, what was it, on Saturday or Sunday? But
I don't
she
know, but
put
that
the
was her
statement out,
request. Yeah.
like, this is Anita Baker's request. So I won't be playing her music at her request until she gets her whatever she's fighting for, her masters.
She's
She's
fighting for her
outlived her.
masters.
Yeah, she's fighting for her masters. And so, uh, and it's
Well,
been
good
30
luck
years.
with that, Anita. Good luck with that, Anita. Good
Good
luck with
luck.
that. Really,
But in the
truly.
meantime, um, because wouldn't she still be getting royalties if people still play her music?
Yeah. Which is why I don't
So
understand. Well, wait a minute now. I don't know. Depends on the contract she had. I don't know.
maybe in her contract. So yes, everyone, Anita did ask for people not to play her music. I mean, you can Google it, you can research it, but I am
Yeah.
going to respect her wishes and not play her music. Um, just like when Prince changed his name to a symbol, I bought all of his music that was under his symbol so he was able to get the money. Yeah. And
Right.
so, I wasn't saying it to be smart, just to educate people on what
Yeah, because that was
Anita
Anita's
Baker,
request. Yeah.
that was her request. And
Right.
so, sometimes when you tell people things, they think, oh, you think you smart, or you trying to tell me who I shouldn't play. But as I say on this show, that's why, we talk about it. It's ran on the Truth Radio, and we try to bring you the truth and facts. Yeah, not theories, but the truth and facts. So that is what Anita Baker asked of her fans to do. Yeah. Did you read the article that I sent you where they found the the some type of scrolls?
Yeah, they found some religious scrolls that were what 60,000 years old or something like that. I
Yeah.
did. I didn't really read it. I scanned through it because by the time I got to that one, I was doing this research on Franklin, and I was trying to find all the information I could about that. And when I got to that one, it was time for the show, and I
Okay.
really didn't have time to read it thoroughly.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
I'm
the
gonna
next
get
show
to
we're
that,
going to talk about
and
these
we'll talk about that the
scrolls.
next show.
Yeah,
Yeah, these
the scrolls
religious
that they
scrolls
had
that they
found.
found that were from the Bible. Yeah, we definitely have to discuss that. And I have to go back and read
Mhm.
it and do some more research because I wasn't
Mhm.
able to do that today.
Okay. Yeah. And so we are both still trying to bring you the information to the best of our abilities. We just, trying to educate people and then express our opinions. And, we are very thankful for the support and, the following that we have. Um,
Definitely.
it's a small group, and that's how I like it. Because smaller groups, you can be
Oh,
more effective, and hopefully, you will share the knowledge that we give you, and hopefully it'll make you smarter, so you will be able to have a healthy conversation. And again, I said a healthy conversation with people. Um, and you don't have to argue about facts. So, yeah. So, Lady Alicia, hello. Oh, crap. Can you guys hear me? Mm, testing one, two, three. Okay, I'm going to let me see. Hold on, everyone. Oh, okay. All right. So, where did Lady Alicia go? Okay. All right. So, I will read the comments. You said Phoenix Rising said, I put all my money. It was William or Camilla who made the color question. I thought the same thing too, because I really don't think at this point the queen really doesn't care. Uh, I think the royalties are automatic. A lot of the artists were signing contracts that weren't benevolent to their futures. We will see more and more of that. That is so true. Um, these artists are signing horrible contracts. They're signing horrible contracts. And what they have to do is they are going to have to find lawyers to read their contracts with a fine tuned comb. And also, now the artists that are coming up, they don't so much have to be signed to these major record labels to make money. They can, they can be independent artists and make their own money. And that's what I like. And I just really hate that so many of these older artists that I love, somebody such as Anita Baker, has asked me not to play her music. And out of respect for her, I'm going to do that. And I love Anita. Actually, I was going to set up an Anita versus Sade show. And it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, yes, Phoenix Rising. I did see that where the Queen's great great grandmother was a black woman named Charlotte. Yeah. Tracy, Anita Baker doesn't want her music played because she is another artist that is fighting for her masters. Now, after 30 years, you can fight for your masters. And so she's in a fight for her masters. Yeah. Yeah, Barry Gordy, he took advantage of them. He really took advantage of Marvin Gaye. Yeah, he did a number on Marvin Gaye. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, Tracy, she's attempting to get her master's, as all of the other artists have done, you know. Once they start fighting for them, they are by that time they're sick. They are battling addiction problems and everything, and then they end up dead, and then they want to say that the industry killed them because they were fighting for the masters. Yeah, but a lot. Okay. Hold on, everybody. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna post the link in the comments. Yeah. Um, hold on, everybody. I gotta get Deborah back in here. Hold on. Hold on. Let the show keep running. Tracy and Phoenix, y'all talk to each other. Give us 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Well, okay, we're waiting on Lady of Leisure to come back. Hold on. I'll be right back. I want to get that link to share to you about the scroll. So then that way you can be on the panel, you and Tracy or anybody else. Hold on. Um, mm, 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 oh, mm. Okay. Can you guys hear me? That is okay. Welcome back, Lady Alicia. So,
Thank you so much.
okay.
What did I miss?
So nothing. We're going to talk about the scrolls. So Phoenix Rising wanted me to put the article up so she can research it too, and we will talk about that tomorrow. And hold on, Tracy, I want to post the link so you can see about Anita Baker.
Okay, great.
Oh, keep talking, Lady Alicia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you said we were going to
Okay.
discuss what tomorrow?
You can read the comments from Phoenix
Okay, Phoenix
Rising
says,
and
what are
Tracy
the
love.
scrolls called so we can be prepared for the conversation?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what the scrolls are called, but I think that if you just Google uh, biblical scrolls found, it should pop up. Unfortunately, my main phone died. You know, it's out of battery, so I had to switch over. And it's a lot of things because this is just like a
Oh,
bootleg phone I have. It's a lot of things I can't do on this phone, so I'm unable to go back and look it up for you to give you the specific information. I do apologize, but yeah, if you just Google biblical scrolls found, it should, you know, you should get the info.
man. Okay. Let me put this is the link to read about Anita Baker. Also, don't forget to tell them. Did you read what I sent you about Tina Turner?
I did. Tina Turner was saying goodbye to her fans. I did read that. That is definitely something I have to look further into, and we definitely have to talk about it in the next show because Tina Turner is that chick. But yeah, they said that Tina Turner was saying goodbye to her fans because of some health issues that she had been battling. Um, that was really surprising to me. But you know, Tina has lived a long life, baby. And you know, she's always been loved in the music industry, loved by her fans. And I can see her saying goodbye. And I hate it, but I would much rather for her to say goodbye on a high note than for her to, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
just watch
Yeah, Tina
her
says
demise.
goodbye. Yeah, Tina Turner, very sad. I feel like I grew up with Tina,
Well, you
Ike
did.
and Tina Turner. My parents
Yes.
loved them, and you
Yes.
know,
And we went on to love them because
and
Tina, well, we
and
went on
this
to
is
love Tina.
also another subject we're going to talk about tomorrow. Um, and this one right here, is very interesting, and I hope we can get. I think Spidey's off tomorrow. Um,
I miss Spidey.
because we
Man, I
have
miss
two
Spidey.
subjects. Yeah,
Okay.
we miss him. Like,
Yes.
okay, so the next tomorrow, what we're going to talk about is also this.
Also, what, April?
Remember the reparations
Oh
with the
yeah,
Catholic
was
Church.
it the Catholic Church
Yes.
is the Catholic Church is offering $100 million in reparations to Black people, and they are asking every state to do the same. What state is that? They're doing that in April. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
really
I don't
interesting.
know, but I'm gonna do my research. Phoenix Rising, Tracy, y'all can do y'all research, and we are going to talk about these scrolls tomorrow and the Catholic Church talking about
Yes,
giving Black people reparations.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said 100 million.
Also here, a city in the state of Illinois, Evanston, Illinois, they are giving their residents reparations. Mm,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes,
Phoenix
Phoenix.
Rising. What will be tomorrow? Will be Wednesday. So, let's go. Let's try for 12 noon. Are you my Facebook friend, Phoenix Rising?
Let's not try for 12 noon. Remember, somebody's going
Yeah,
home
let's not
tomorrow.
let's not try for 12 noon because
So
he
can
done
we
already
can
stuff
can we just
coming
play
in.
it by ear until I get home, or I know what the
Okay, yeah, and Lady
what time
Alicia
frame
is
we're
being
in?
released tomorrow, so we'll wait till she get home. But those will be our next subjects that we will talk about, and that is on these scrolls that they found and the Catholic Church. Okay, inbox me if I think you're the name that I'm thinking. Is it my mother's maiden name, Carter? Okay. So everybody, we're gonna wind the show up. Lady Alicia, did you want to give a recap?
Well, we discussed the George Floyd trial upcoming, and what's going on with that. The jurors that have been chosen, the things that Chauvin's defense was trying to get through to the judge. Um, we talked about Kirk Franklin, his tumultuous relationship with his son, people calling for him to be canceled. April and I, of course, are on different sides of the fence. I say cancel him. April says not. What else did we discuss, April? I just talked a lot about
Don't bring your mess to the protest on
don't
Friday
bring your
and
mess
Saturday.
to the protest. Okay? April is dead ass about that. They're protesting for R. Kelly. When is it, April?
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and
Starting off
Saturday
12 noon.
at 12 noon. They are stepping in the name of love for R. Kelly. Don't bring your mess to the protest. Everyone is welcome. So if you support R. Kelly, come out, join the protest, go on out there and step in the name of love. And remember, don't bring your mess to the protest. I, I can't stop saying it. Um,
Yeah.
what else did we
Yeah.
discuss? I think that was basically it, right? I think that was it.
Yeah, and
Oh, we
then
talked about no,
poor
we did
Tina Turner,
we
and then
we talked a
Anita
little
Baker.
bit,
She doesn't
right?
want her
We
music
talked
to be played, but
right.
I told one person, and I'm just not, I'm scared to say stuff to people now. You know, if you say
Why?
something, they think you're trying to. If I say, well, don't, Anita Baker is asking for people to not play her music, her wish is not mine. But
Girl, screw people. That's on
everybody
them.
don't
That's
accept
not.
when you tell them, and I'm not telling them what to do. I'm just
Exactly. Just
It's
announcing what she
her
put out
wishes.
there. Exactly.
Yeah,
Anita Baker said it. If you don't believe it, Google it. Again, don't bring that mess over
yeah,
here either. This ain't a protest, but we don't need it either. You don't like it, lump it.
well,
It's just that. We also spoke on Meghan Markle and
yeah.
that situation, Pierce Morgan and my girl, what's her name? Miss Osborne and
Oh
her
yeah.
thing with we need to speak a little bit more on that because I didn't know a
Oh
lot of
girl,
that
that's all they
information.
talked about last week. They big fight on
I
TV
am
and stuff.
I am in the hospital.
Oh yeah,
I,
that's
I'm
right.
I'm a little bit focused
Yeah,
on other things, so
yeah,
I haven't been privy to a lot of stuff. The last couple
yeah,
of days I just been shopping, trying to get ready to go home.
yeah.
Um,
I'll be glad when you get home.
I don't
Yeah,
know why. I don't know what I'm
I
gonna be
feel
able
a
to
little
do there,
bit
but I'll
better
be glad
today.
to get there too. I don't know why I don't. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but uh, God's will is what it is, and that's just that. So yeah, that's basically what we discussed. I appreciate everybody who came. I really do, and
Yeah.
I can't wait
Okay,
to
I'm
be back
April
with you guys
Showers. Thanks for
tomorrow,
that, Lady Alicia.
Lady
Yeah,
Alicia, and I am out.
I'm out too. Oh, and Tracy, is it okay if we request prayer for you? Yes or no? Well, I'll ask Tracy tomorrow. If it's okay for me to share. Okay. All right. Okay. Talk to you later. Good night, everybody. Peace and love.